On this video, I'm taking you on a 9-day wilderness hunt. We're going to be living in the mountains for 9 days. I've got my good friend Pedro with me. This is going to be intense. And guess what? You guys are coming along for the ride.
Dude, what a great spot, buddy.
Welcome back to another episode Out There Doing It with Jay Wild, brought to you by local hunting and fishing. Me and Pedro have just been dropped into a place I've never hunted before, a place I've wanted to go for freaking ever.
Country looks amazing, and the weather too.
Like, this place is going to be so epic, man. First of all, I'm going to get the shovel and I'm going to clear some of the snow away. Keep a little bit of snow there, try to fill in a few of these holes. Wonder which tent the keys are going to like the most. Yours or mine? I reckon yours. Pretty happy with how the tent's sitting in there. A little bit of a slope, but it's not too bad. So I've just blown up my air mattress. I brought the Thermarest X-Therm in today because we plan to do quite a lot of fly camping, you know, little spike camping missions. So I've got my Thermarest X-Therm. You can find those at your local hunting and fishing if you're interested in a mattress, guys. Remember that. Also Thermarest Parsec sleeping bag. So that's a negative 18 degree bag. Really good bag for this sort of environment. But yeah, pretty well set up. You can see Pedro's over there. He's already set his tent up. He's having a glass. So let's go see if he found anything.
You won't imagine the view I have from my tent, from the door.
Pretty good.
5-star.
I brought along my trusty Mountain 2.0 again, guys. 300 Winchester Magnum. You guys have seen this rifle before. It's a Bergara Mountain 2.0. Pedro bought a Bergara prototype that we're going to put to the test on this trip. We're going to hopefully find some big animals with it, but we'll show you guys that rifle a bit later on. It's actually a really cool rifle. Sun's going behind the mountain, as you can see. But yeah, me and Pedro are going to find our way to a vantage point. We're going to sit and watch the scrub line this evening and see what comes out.
Sit by your side, buddy. Oh, no, there's no.
Snow in his butt crack. We're gonna sit here till dark and glass down this face below us. We can see quite a lot from here. Lots of cover for animals to hide. Just spotted a chamois, guys. What do you reckon, Pedro?
It's moving. It looks like a pretty nice female. Super wide. A bit thin because if it's a female, but quite long. So I think it's a pretty old female by the looks of it. It could be a shooter. We are running out of light and it just got into the scrap, but definitely something that we wanna, if possible, take a closer look tomorrow because it might be a good chamois to take. We haven't seen any kid with hair, so that's also good.
Pretty cool, guys. Pretty freaking cool. We might get something else come out of those trees yet.
So after checking where he moved, like the body's really thick and strong, and I checked the footage on the phone and it looks like it might be a buck. I'll have to look it closer, but we'll definitely have to check it out tomorrow better.
Pretty cool to see the first animal though. First animal for the trip.
In Spain is summer and here is winter.
Where are you from? I'm Pedro. It's Pedro's line. Every supermarket we go to, he asks the checkout lady, where are you from?
How much discount we got?
The first time he did it, he started talking to her. She had the hots for him, I reckon, in her 50s. But she gave us $70 discount off our grocery bill, which is very cool. So keep doing it, Pedro. Oh yeah, cool to finally do a trip together, man. I'm pretty pumped. It's been funny. We've had some laughs already.
Just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. Day one, afternoon one. Good morning, guys. How's the morning? Look at this.
Morning, Pedro. Good morning. I had my first coffee outside here at 5:30, thinking that the sun was coming up and it was the moon. So I have been 2 hours here in the dark, alone. Nice to have some company.
It's super clear. It's not as cold as I thought it was going to be. See a big bull down there?
Not yet, but give me some time, okay? It's 6. What time is it? 7:40 and you're already putting all the pressure on me.
Very hot. Very hot. That's going to wake me up. It's good coffee, Pedro.
I've been all morning preparing it.
What we're going to quickly do is pack our bags, all the gear, rifles, cameras, everything. We're going to make some breakfast and then we're going to head up to this point over here. We're going to sit there. So as soon as that sun starts hitting all these faces, the place is going to come alive, we hope. Look at this view. This is going to give us a really good scope for the morning. We can see tracks in the snow across the valley there. Lots of cover, lots of scrub.
Helicopter.
They're going to shoot something.
Where are they?
Oh, there's a bull below them.
I can't f***ing see them. Can you manage to record for the audio?
They've seen us. They saw our tent.
Yeah.
That helicopter was just looking for a bull tar. Heli hunting by the looks. They hovered around a bull up there in the snow. It was just a young bull. I think they saw us. They saw our tent, which is, 300 metres over here. And then they peeled out over the ridge, gone. Yeah, looking for tar, bro.
Makes me sick.
Yeah, it's a bit disheartening for us, though. Did you see the tar they were chasing?
No, I was trying to record.
There's a bull. There's a bull below them. They did that circle and they were looking at a bull. I could see him through the binoculars. Young bull just trying to run away through the snow.
It just ruined my day already. It was beautiful. We thought we were going alone, and some guy shows up with a helicopter and chase animals around. So
A lot of the animals behind us are going to be laying low for a while, that's for sure. We haven't seen too much else lately, guys. Since that helicopter, this happens a lot. The helicopters flying around, shooting tar and heli hunting tar for guided hunts. I have been a guide and I have been in the helicopter doing that, but it makes me sick to the stomach to even think about it now. And I feel like this is the way it should be done, on foot, camping up in the mountains. This is the way. We should give respect to these animals, man, and this is the way that we should be hunting them.
tar. Let's bring the sponge scope. There is a tar coming out there in the snow, hiking, walking up. So let's put the sponge scope. It looks like it's alone. So
It's the same one the helicopters were chasing around just before. Obviously he was too young for them. To age a bull tar, what I like to look for is obviously the big mane. Younger bulls, the mane is all up front. It's like the chest forward. But as you start getting older and older, that mane creeps back, so it can almost connect to the back legs. You're looking for long hair, big deep chest, big mature, strong body. When you start looking at the horns, for an old mature bull, you want the horns to come out of the head, go straight up, and then start hooking back. When they're younger, the hook on the horn basically starts from the head and curls back. When you're looking at them front on, it's like high, and then hooks back and it curls all the way back, rather than just coming straight out of the head and curling. So you want some length in those horns before they start to curl. The coloration of the bulls, we've seen really old bulls that don't have a golden mane, it can be quite dark, so I tend to not look for the colour of the bull, but the first thing that catches my eye is how that mane is developed on his body.
locate for the afternoon. We're going to go and sit above where we found that big chamois last night. We're going to go look down into that country and see what it looks like from a higher vantage point. There's not much happening here at the moment. The helicopter flying around has kind of dampened our spirits. So we're going to go and look into some new country. We can always come back here tonight if we want to, but we know there's a big chamois over the top there, and Pedro is pretty excited about it, so that's where we're going.
This steep and slippery face, trying to discover and have a better understanding how the area looks like. Slow progress, but so good.
Really good little spike ridges running down. We can't see as much as we'd hoped we'd be able to see, but then we might end up moving our way to the next 2 ridges over. Hey Pedro, how you going?
Now you need to open the truck.
Man, it's nice in that sun. Nice and warm. We've just spotted some tar right at the top of the hill. Some young bulls and nannies. And I was just working my way down the ridge with the binoculars, and I've seen what I think is quite a big bull. He was only briefly out in the open, and then he stepped behind a rock. So we got tar, but they're way the heck up there. The sun's just about to drop behind the mountain, but we're expecting to see animals down below us. There's tracks down there in the snow, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see something down here tonight. Good morning, guys. Another cracker morning. We're loaded up. We're going to head up the ridge up here. In the night, a chamois has walked right past our camp, like 40 metres behind us. It's actually walked over our boot prints from yesterday. So full moon at the moment. It looks like the animals are moving after dark in the moonlight because it's so bright, eh? It's like we were outside cooking dinner last night, and you could see right up the hill. Super bright.
Let's do it. Come on. There's someone right there, 200 meters, looking at us. We didn't see it. I don't know if it was bedded down. It's not the same someone that we saw a couple of days ago. It's a smaller one.
Good spotting, Pedro. Just feeding under that bluff.
It's a salmon over there. Around 350, 400 meters.
It's very exciting, guys.
I think it's not a bad female. I don't think it's a young female. It's nice. We have seen 2 salmon today, so things are getting better.
There's got to be a buck here somewhere. It's the tail end of the rut, but the bucks should still be looking for the females. I wouldn't be surprised if they're still roaming around looking.
That we are not asking for much, just to don't have helicopters shooting things around us.
Big bull. We have found the bull. Now we've just seen a bull tar across the valley, but he actually looks like quite a good bull. Big mane, big body. It's a full-on shooter, man. Look at this. Have a look. If we can get closer, I think it's worth looking at, but he is in tiger country, man. He is deep in some country that does not look friendly. I'll show you, he's right. I've just looked down, there's a young chamois buck just below us. Nice young buck, pretty cool. Bit of action in the last 10 minutes, guys. We're gonna move. Last little bit of load, we're gonna go and check a couple of more spots. Chamois. Down that ridge. Right on the edge where it starts to climb back up. That looks like that same doe from this morning. We were hoping to find her again, but we were hoping that there was going to be a big buck with her. But we can't see the big buck yet. He must be hiding pretty good, Pedro. Awesome to see though. They're pretty cool animals, man. Super cool animals. She's just having a good old time down there. Good morning. Doesn't feel as cold this morning, eh? Today we're going to have a look into some new country. We're going to go over the top of that, peek over the backside of that. You can see Pedro up behind me. He's looking down into that valley to see if any bucks have turned up in the night, in the moonlight. But yeah, it's an amazing morning. Not a breath of wind. It's just a really nice morning to be up in the mountains. Every morning there's a chance of something new being in these areas we've been looking at because of the full moon. Animals are moving at night time. So, you never know what we're going to find today.
Ready?
Let's go, man.
Big mission today.
We've got a chamois right here, bedded down. As Pedro and I crested that last ridge, she was bedded down, like really close, facing us. So she saw us instantly. We were skylined, going through the grasses. So she saw us instantly, unfortunately, but we managed to get back and knock close to her again. She wasn't too sure what we were. She was stomping, snorting, showing like an aggressive posture, like 30 yards. Very, very, very cool. Very cool encounter. Seeing animals like that up close, you just don't get tired of that, man. That's awesome.
She's just really lucky to be a female.
Just seen a bedded chamois. Hey, hold for it. 200. 200.
It's a nice old doe. 280 meters, 30-degree angle.
Yeah, they can be hard to spot, the chamois. But how I found that doe, we just crested this ridge and I was scanning my way up and down the main ridges. When I'm scanning for chamois, I always look at the ridges first and then I'll start looking down the faces a little bit more. But honestly, more often than not, you find them on the ridges bedded down. They can be tough little critters to find. As you're cresting ridges and opening up new country, scan the opposite ridges first before you start looking at the faces. But try that one next time you're looking for some chamois. And that's this episode's field tip, brought to you by local hunting and fishing.
I really want to see what's on the next valley and explore new country, so we're gonna keep moving up.
Pedro reminds Catherine of Puss in Boots from the movie because of his accent.
I'm Puss in Boots. Antonio Banderas.
That's his nickname, Puss in Boots. Probably should introduce him properly. Some of you guys will know who Pedro is, some of you guys won't, but Pedro makes YouTube videos just like myself. How do people find you? Tell us about yourself.
They can go to my OnlyFans page. No, probably they can search on YouTube for Pedro hunting. A bunch of adventures should show up. So, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe to our channels.
Looks like we've got some fresh tracks here in the snow. Bull tar. Looks like either from last night in the moonlight or yesterday sometime. It's not that long ago. Amazing looking country down there, guys. Lots of helicopters have been flying around shooting tar and chamois. Places are getting a thrashing, unfortunately. It's not good for us guys that are wanting to do it on foot. But what can you do? You just got to keep trying, and when you do find some animals, it's all that much better.
We'll keep covering ground. Crampons are a must in this type of terrain. Ice axe or something to make sure that if you slip you can recover your food quickly. The country is beautiful. There is no animals, but it's beautiful.
Stuck.
He's like a cockroach.
So it's the end of another day. I must admit I'm feeling real gutted. We haven't been seeing animals. I've been wanting to come here for years. Finally come here and we're just not turning up animals. Guts me, man. Gutted.
So Pedro and I have decided to relocate. We're going to relocate, new location, new opportunities, and we're freaking excited about it.
But I already took my motion sickness pill just in case. Because people know how to ride a helicopter, but in New Zealand it's a different level, so they will be like, ooh, oh, check that tree, and so, for them it's like riding bicycles, but all packed, new ground.
We need a little lift in spirits, eh?
Yeah.
We've covered some country. We're going to find some animals, man. Are you excited?
Yeah.
The search continues.
A new country, like always going into new country is exciting.
We've hunted this place pretty hard. If there was something decent here, I'm pretty sure we would have seen it.
Yeah, we have seen the same animals every day, so I think we are decent about locating game because we have been spotting the same animals.
A new start, a fresh start. Let's change the motion in the ocean, bro.
Yee!
Just watching yet another helicopter flying around in this valley that we've been hunting. Looking for tar, looking for chamois, heli hunting. Another one, man. That's 3 since we've been here. And coming up on part 2, we find ourselves in the thick of the action. You are not going to want to miss this next episode. This is all building up to something amazing. Out there doing it with JU Wilds, brought to you by your local hunting and fishing